What's up guys, it's Packers quarterback and Ghost Gaming content creator Kurt Benkert. This is my Respawn sit down.
What's your go-to Warzone loadout?
My go-to Warzone loadout has to be a mix between the Kar 98 and I've been really liking the old school MP5. Ran it a lot early in the game. Those two just feel natural to me. I like being able to pop some heads from a distance and then get up in people's faces from close range.
What's your Warzone PR and how did it happen?
My Warzone PR isn't anything crazy, it's a 23, but it happened in a crazy way. I actually picked up a ground loot AUG and ran with it the entire game. So I got Ghost early with my other, I think it was an MP5 or something like that, but I ran a ground loot AUG the entire way. I think I cleared Super with 11 or 12 kills. People just kept dropping on me and I just kept popping them. It was a good little run.
What's the first game that you fell in love with?
The first game that I fell in love with was Modern Warfare 2. It was the first game that I went to Best Buy, got the early release of it. I think I skipped school the next day, which like never happened, but I was able to skip school. I played that thing from sun up to sundown, and that's where I fell in love with competitive gaming too. Started my first Game Battles account and the rest was history.
When you were playing Game Battles on the regular, what was like the biggest streak you went on?
So when I was a kid in Maryland in the summer, early in high school, we started Game Battles and I made my first Game Battles account. Still have it to this day, and it's got a bunch of uppercases, lowercases, X's and Z's, and my name on Game Battles was Improvisions. So it started there and we were okay at first, weren't great, had like a 50% win-loss record, but we went on a run on one of the summer ladders where we actually ended up going like 30-something and 4, and on that run we beat the number 3 team on the ladder. We were down 3-0 on the last map and somehow we came back and won, and I remember I lived with my aunt at the time in her basement and I started screaming and yelling and all that stuff just to hear like stomps on the floor. But those are some of the like my most fun times playing video games.
What's your favorite tournament memory?
So my biggest tournament memory was from Streamer Bowl when I was playing with Aiden. Aiden, just a little bit before this moment, had died to a trap. And so I'm running, trying to get placement, and I run into Tfue, and I actually just SMG spray him, little controller aim assist. Had to kill him by myself, and I kind of got lucky, but it was cool because I didn't have Aiden's help, and it was kind of broadcasted everywhere, and that clip was definitely one I'll remember.
What's it like playing video games with your NFL and college teammates?
So playing video games with my NFL and college teammates, sometimes it's tough because I'm way too competitive and I know that I have to tone it back a little bit, because then when I play with the pro players, like it's all go, like comms are great, and then when I play with some of my friends, it's like a guy's over there and I'm like, where the hell is he? Where's he at? Comms are different, the speed of the game's different, and I think when I'm playing with my friends in the NFL, I kind of run ahead a little bit too much, where if I'm playing with pro players, I'm just trying to play keep up. So it's just a whole different speed of the game, very similar to, I don't know, playing in the NFL with somebody who hasn't done it before. My favorite thing about Ghost Gaming is that they are fully endorsing just full creativity, and just kind of any project that I have in mind, they're all in support and want to help me any step of the way. So this helmet was kind of an idea I had in my mind. I hit up my guy and I was like, hey, I think we can do some really cool stuff with this. And it wasn't even any questions, it was just done, let's make it happen. And so that's been with that's been with merch and athletic gear and just anything along the line to bring in and make a bridge between athletics and gaming. They're all for it and they really help these visions come to life.
Who's the best Fortnite player in the NFL?
The best Fortnite player in the NFL is looking at you right now in this camera, and it's without a doubt. I'll push anybody's box, I'll crank on anybody, and you don't want to get beamed by my AR.
Who's an NFL player that you think could keep up with you, Warzone or Fortnite?
So the guy who I always run into is Tariq Cohen. In every video game, whether it's Warzone or Fortnite, always me and Tariq Cohen. I think he might be a little better than me at Warzone, but I think I have him in Fortnite. So we're neck and neck in a lot of the things that we do, but I would say there's more guys in the NFL that are pretty good at Warzone compared to Fortnite. There's only a handful at Fortnite. I think the NFL, you can see these guys' Call of Duty backgrounds coming out when they're on the sticks in Warzone. The game that I'm most excited for coming out is gotta be Halo Infinite. I just started hopping on Master Chief Collection again, and it is just like a blast from the past. So much good nostalgia, and I honestly haven't had this much fun playing video games in a minute. For how old the game is, still so clean, and I know that Halo's gonna come through with a really good game with Infinite, and I cannot wait for it.
What's your favorite weapon in Halo?
My favorite weapon in Halo, now that I use paddles to jump, is the BR, because obviously you try to get that 4-tap headshot, but I really love the sniper too. So BRs, snipers, and then the occasional shotgun, but those first two are my go-to.
What was your favorite Warzone meta?
My favorite Warzone meta was very early. It was the Grau MP5. I just think it was super smooth. You had your close range gun, you had your mid to long range gun, but I don't think the Grau was too OP. It was just super accurate. So you didn't really have to worry about dying too fast to it. You just couldn't be too vulnerable. So I don't know, I just really enjoyed that meta.